Today's episode we're going to talk about intestinal fortitude, and I can't think of anybody this year and what a crappy year it's been. I haven't been in my own bed for over a year, and with intestinal fortitude, when you believe in something, you just got to make a good push, and sometimes you believe in people and they let you down, and you want to get mad at them and throw in the towel and give up, but today we're going to talk about tilling. I needed a rototiller really bad for the last 2 weeks, but other things took priority, so I never got one, and I had to break all my ground by hand. Now it's only a half-phase job. With a rototiller, it'll just till and it'll get everything all mixed up and it'll break up the dirt. I don't have that capability here, so one of the things you could use for tilling after you break your ground is a shopping cart. You can just break it up, but I don't have that, so I'm using my my buggy wheels, my table saw table, and I've got this grate, and I managed to find some of these crispers, salad crispers, that you have in the bottom of a refrigerator. So what I have to do is the stuff that I broke up with my pickaxe here, and this is a good pickaxe. It breaks a lot of ground fast. It's got a pick and for pulling out rocks, and it's got like this scoop shovel on it. But what I've got to do now is I've got to put this all in neat rows. Since I don't have a rototiller to do it, I'm going to be using this machine. I'll be breaking this up by hand, breaking out the grass, dropping it into the dirt buckets, into the salad crispers, and then making my rows as I go. So intestinal fortitude and never give up. There's always a way to come up with a creative invention. So this is my dirt tilling machine, phase 2. So I was really discouraged, but I'll be pretty happy with myself when I do this job anyway, because I just sort of had my hopes dashed that I wasn't going to get my early growing season. I've started my seedlings, but I'm treating this like a life or death situation, and if Vancouver gets hit with a tsunami, or Key West gets hit again, one of the Florida states, or Louisiana with another oil spill, we've got to come up with alternate methods of food. And what happened in Japan is horrible. We're going to be covering that as a radiation topic too, because apparently there's radiation growing towards Vancouver. So you can watch me do this. Readjust my camera here. So, what I'm going to do, take my pick, put my grass on top, another chunk of grass, and rub it like a cheese grater. won't bore you with that. So I'm just breaking it over top, and then it comes out the bottom as tilled soil. And I've got tons of it to do. So that should keep me busy for another week. Okay, so there's our threaded tilled dirt, and this is what a row looks like when you do it by hand with your garden claw and your pitchfork. So that's what a tilled row looks like. That took me about half an hour. So if I had a rototiller, probably wouldn't get as much grass and weeds and seed out, but I've got to do quite a bit of this. So it'll probably be healthier conditioning for the soil that I do it by hand, but because I have so much to do, I sure wish they did have a rototiller here. But we just carry on, and intestinal fortitude. Just keep going. Don't let anything stop us. We're going to find a way. And one thing that's kind of important about going back and doing it like this is, you know, everything we see about gardening, there's always a product that has to be sold, but you know, this is raw grassroots conditions that we're working under in, you know, places like Pakistan or Haiti. You can't run to the Home Depot, and you've got to start your crops early. You know, if you can just gain that extra couple of weeks before the hail comes, or you can pull in 2 crops, you know, you're doubling your production. So it's survival of the fittest out here. You don't want to end up, you know, growing a chia pet worth of food. You want to make sure that you've got good healthy crops that you can keep going year round, and a lot of seeds. A second crop you can let grow and let it fall to seeds, so you can sell your seeds and expand the following year.